Hello there. We've now moved on from the Leavers didn't know what they voted for to Leave voters are uneducated. The Labour MP for Huddersfield, Barry Shearman, has sparked a bit of outrage by claiming that Leave voters are less educated than Remain voters. Speaking on the Yorkshire and Lincolnshire local edition of BBC One's Sunday Politics, he drew gasps of amazement when he said, "The truth is that when you look at who voted to Remain, most of them were the better educated people in our country." He then went on to point to the university towns where the bulk voted to Remain. When challenged, he did pull up short of calling Leave voters thick. Fellow guest on the programme, the Conservative MP Stuart Andrew, said he was astounded by this snobbery. The claims made by Mr Shearman have been defended by the former president of YouGov, Peter Kellner, who said on the BBC Radio 4 Today programme that the facts were broadly on the Labour MP's side. Mr Kellner went on to say that the same thing happened in this year's snap general election. People who were for Brexit tended to move to the Conservatives, he said. People who were Remain tended to move towards Labour. So because of this educational connection, it means there was quite a big swing to Labour amongst graduates, and quite a big swing to the Conservatives amongst people who left school at 15 or 16. Now this ties nicely in with a video I made 2 days ago about bias within the UK university educational system. For a start, did you notice that both Mr Shearman and Mr Kellner equate education purely with university attendance? So another way of looking at this would be to say that the longer you remain within the education system, including university, the more likely you were to vote Remain and for Labour. Now, given the claims made by the respondents to the poll I talked about in that recent video, it would be legitimate to claim that university students are being manipulated into holding certain views and not being objectively informed or educated at all. You then have to ask, are our university attendees better educated or better brainwashed? There is also one other thing to consider. Looking at the manifestos of both the Labour and Conservative parties in the run-up to this year's general election, they both said they would respect the outcome of the referendum and lead the UK out of the EU. So how can the likes of Shearman and Kellner claim that educated people voted for two diametrically opposed views within a year? In 2016 they voted to stay in the European Union. Then in 2017 the same so-called educated people voted for a party dedicated to leave. But somehow they obviously thought that voting Labour meant voting for Remain. How educated is that? If they had really known what they were doing, they would have voted for the Liberal Democrats, the self-proclaimed party of In. And Barry Shearman, what was he still doing in the Labour Party? Shouldn't he have switched to the Liberal Democrats? How come, after all that education, they could not join up these rather large crayon-drawn dots? How could they not carry the Remain argument across from the referendum to the general election? For example, if the university towns were so keen on staying in the EU, why did the Oxford East constituency return a Labour MP and not a Lib Dem one? This all just makes these university-educated people sound less informed and more like intellectual pillows. You know, they bear the impression of the last person who spoke to them. Don't you think that this places great doubt on the modern UK education system? Please leave a comment below. Thank you. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.